I was 13 when I noticed the babysitter was different. Her name was Kelly, and she seemed nice enough at first, just another teenager doing her job. My mom and dad were going out for the evening, like they did every Friday, and it was just me and Emma at home. She was 7, and while she wasn't much trouble, she had her moments. That night, Kelly was making dinner in the kitchen, and Emma was supposed to be watching TV, but I noticed she was acting strange. She just stood there staring at Kelly like she was hypnotized. It gave me a weird feeling, but I didn't think much of it. Then, suddenly, there was a loud crash. I rushed into the living room and saw the vase, this old, expensive vase my mom always warned us about, shattered across the floor. Kelly froze. Her face turned pale, and she rushed to clean it up. I could see the panic in her eyes. "You're not going to tell them, are you?" I said. My voice came out harsher than I meant, but I was thinking fast. My parents would never let her babysit again if they knew what had happened. I didn't care about the vase, I just wanted to avoid the hassle of explaining it. I didn't wait for her to answer. I turned back and went to Emma, trying to distract her, but I could see Kelly's hands trembling as she cleaned the mess. She was definitely going to tell my parents, right? But when I thought about it, I didn't really want her to. I didn't want to see her get in trouble. Later that night, when my parents came home, Kelly was all smiles, acting like everything was fine. I'd already gone to bed, but I kept my door cracked, listening. I could hear Kelly talking to my mom in the other room, and I overheard her mention something about the vase, but she didn't say she'd broken it. The next day, Mom texted me. "Jake, I heard from Kelly that you told her about the vase. Why would you do that? She's upset about being fired." I was confused. What was she talking about? I never said anything to Kelly, at least not directly. Then it hit me. Kelly had lied. She hadn't told my mom what really happened. She covered it up, but that's not why she was fired. She was fired because when I told her to keep quiet, she had made the mistake of covering for something she shouldn't have. The vase wasn't just broken, it was moved, and I knew that. It wasn't an accident. Kelly had seen me play with it earlier, and I knew exactly how she'd respond to it. I wanted to see if she'd take the blame, and she did. I watched her, trying to figure out if she'd figure it out. She didn't. She thought she could lie her way out of it, but she should have known. My mom and dad weren't stupid. She could have been honest, but instead she chose to cover it up. That was her mistake. I wasn't mad at her, though. I just learned something important about people like Kelly. They'd lie, they'd cover for their mistakes, but when things got too hard, they'd break. And sometimes that's all you need to know about someone.